Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to join our free online lesson today. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Chris. I'm from Acad Systems Berhad. And before I start my slide, I would like to ask all of you to do me a favor. I will launch a poll and please answer it by less than 1 minute like that. It's only one question, and everyone please answer the poll for me. After this, I will go to introduce our web page, the Acad system from the website. Okay, so basically we are quite balanced. We have civil engineering, contractor, manufacturing, and educator, and so on. Okay, so right now, let us go to our Acad system web page. As you can see, if you type acadsystem.com, you will show our web page, the Acad system here. So if you scroll down, there's a lot of our introduction for our company, the information. And going down, you can see our latest online lesson, workshop, or webinar. Like today, there will be one isometric drawing, and here is 12th August, and you can see the 14th of August, they have another more, the online free lesson. Yeah. And if you have any question of anything you want to ask, you might write your name, your email, and your phone number, and leave a message here. And our team will answer you as fast as possible. And if you have any technical issue, you can type here the help desk, and you will sign in as a guest. And you can create a new ticket and provide your name, your subject, your email, and your company as well, so you can describe all your problems. And we also will have the technical support to answer you as soon as possible. Right. So right now we can start our session today. As you can see today, our topic will be isometric drawing, and we were using the Autodesk AutoCAD 2021. So basically, in the AutoCAD, we only have two types of drawing, and one is 2D and one is 3D. And the isometric drawing, the actually meaning will be you're using a 2D type drawing and you draw a 3D image. By the way, what is the isometric drawing? Actually, it is a pictorial representation of an object, and its horizontal lines are drawn at 30 degrees to the baseline. And this drawing method will be one of the easy method of drawing 3D image. And the isometric planes is one of the important things when you're drawing the isometry. It is because when you create an isometric drawing, its vertical lines will always stay vertical. And okay, okay, sorry. Now I will start again. The isometric drawing, the definition will be one of the pictorial representation of an object, and its horizontal lines are drawn at 30 degrees to the baseline. And this one drawing will be one of the easy method of drawing our 3D image. And isometric planes is one of the important thing in the isometric drawing, because when you create an isometric drawing, its vertical lines will always stay vertical, but the horizontal lines were drawn at either 30 degrees or 150 degrees. This is to give a very good impression of depth to the drawing. So before you do the drawing, there are a few steps that you have to adjust in the setting. So the first one, you have to type DS on the command line. DS stands for drafting setting. And you have to change from the rectangular snap to the isometric snap. After that, there are two buttons that are very important when you do the drawing. First will be the F8 button. This is used to on the auto mode. And F5 button was to toggle the three types of isoplane. So let us start with our drawing. And this time we will take the camera as our sample for the isometric drawing. First of all, we have to type DS, and we have to change from rectangular snap to the isometric snap. And then we have to on our auto mode by pressing the F8. And the F5 will be, you can check your setting by pressing the F5 button to see whether your setting was already completely set up. So you can see if you're pressing the F5 button, you can see the plane will keep changing. So let us start with this drawing. For me, I would like to draw the body of the product OLED. As you can see from the dimension, the length will be 30 millimeter. And you can, since the isoplane was the same, so you can just straightforward type 100 and continue with the 30 and one more. And our base of the camera will be set up. And now we need to change the isoplane. Since we have to draw the vertical lines, so we have to press the F5 button. Then you have to find a point. As usual, you take the line and you show up. Since the dimension was right 60, so we have to type 50 plus 60. And we change the isoplane again because we have to draw the horizontal lines. So by drawing this isometric drawing, you have to keep changing your isoplane. It help you to prevent you have any mistake while drawing this isometric drawing. Sometimes if you are using the wrong isoplane, might be have some errors, and you will see your drawing was not same with the sample. Like you see, if I don't change the isoplane, I cannot copy this drawing to the other side. So if I change it, I can go it. And now we have to draw one more. And our body is going to dump this. Okay. Always, because we need to draw the 3D things, and this time our view was from as the view as you're looking at right now. So we have to trim the things that are unnecessary. Okay. So right now we have to draw the upper part of our camera. There are one shoot button, one adjusting button, and one handle. So let us try the handle first. So this is 35, and we have to draw inside for 30. And now has a problem. We have to draw one inclined plane for 45 degree. And inside the isometric drawing, you can't just draw a 45 degree like this. Let me show you. Let's say we take 30 and we type 45. As you can see, they are totally different from the sample that we want to draw. It's because inside the isometric drawing, there are a 30-degree incline. Like I just said just now, I can show you again for my slide. The isometric drawing, the horizontal line was already withdrawn at the 30 degrees to the baseline. This is why we set the DS setting before we start the drawing. So which means if you want to draw a 45 degree, the first thing you have to off the auto mode, and you type the distance you want, and you have a backslash, then you type 75. This because if you want to draw 45, you have to add on the extra 30 degree, which means 45 plus 30 will be 75 degrees. Yes. Okay. So right now, since we have the degree of this length, these lines, so now we draw for this. We change. First we have to draw on the auto mode, and we change the ISO plane. So this is 10. For this line, we don't know how long will be. So we have the cruising, which already draw these inclined lines. We have to draw one more, no matter how much we try 30 first. Okay, so you can see this is the intersection point. So how to get an inclined plane? So as usual, you have to try the trim. You trim the unwanted part. Okay, so the one side of the inclined plane will be done. Okay, then right now we continue with this. I toggle the ISO plane again. This 30, and this one shortcut, which is the copy method. Copy. So you can copy from this base point to the other point. And one more line, our handle will be done. Okay, we continue with this first. Since you can see my pointer was keep go to the other part. It's this because one of the method is we call object snap. There are a lot of all the things I already talked out. That's why they will sense a lot of the points that may make you a lot of problems. So if you can trim it, or you can change the setting. Sometimes you have to check your setting before you're drawing. If not, you will facing a lot of problem like me. Yeah. Okay. So right now we have done our handle. So now we go to the adjusting button here, like a cylinder, a small cylinder. So now I need to have a midpoint here. I need to on my midpoint again, and try to find the cylinder. The cylinder. Okay, the midpoint is here. So we can see the length is 15. 15. And now there's a problem here. We need draw a circle in the isometric. Actually, the name is not a circle. It's called iso circle. And you need to type ellipse. Okay. When you type ellipse, can you see the bottom here? There are 3 choices for you. So you can pick the iso circle. After that, you choose a center for it. And we can see the diameter in the sample is 20, so the radius will be 10. And then we eliminate this line, the construction line. And right now we need to change the ISO plane again. Since we need to do the height of this. Okay, we find the center and we draw out for 5 millimeter. And now we do the same thing. It's called copy. We can zoom it from the bottom to the up here, and you cancel it, and we find the tangent. This looks like a cube, but it looks like the polygon, and this means the tangent of the circle. So you can like this. Another one. Okay, the last step always will be the trim. So we trim out the thing that we don't want, and we cancel this. Yeah, our adjusting button have been done. So right now, we need to do a shooting button here. And it looks like a cube size, right? So like the same thing, we find the midpoint here, and we do a short line is 15. And we change the ISO plane again, since we want to draw the horizontal line, right? So the cube, the length will be 10 for the information. So we can do like this, 10 and 10. When you're done, you have to trim again. You can trim out all the construction lines. And now you have to change again the toggle plane. And you go down, is 5mm, 5. And now we will use the same method, which is copy from this point to the bottom point. And you add on 2 more lines, and your button will be done. As I said just now, because we look at this view, so the 3D view, we have to keep at this view, so we have to eliminate the view that we should not be seen. So we can delete this too. Yep, here we go. This one is for the shooting button, and the adjusting button we have been done. And right now we have one more thing. The very important thing for the one camera is the lens. So we can see the lens is quite big, and the diameter is 50mm. And we need to find the midpoint for this line. So because just now I draw the line is using a different way, so it cannot get me a very accurate line. So I redraw again, so I can get a new midpoint here. I change toggle the plane again. For this is 50. And right now, doing the same thing for the isometric drawing is we need to type ellipse and choose the iso circle, and we find the center point. And since the radius is 25, we type 25. And we cancel the construction line. And right now we have to change again the iso plane. On this is 20 is the line. Find the center is 20mm. Like usual, copy again. Choose an object, enter, choose the best point, and drag it to the other point. And you can cancel this. And add 2 more tangent, another one. And the last thing, guys, all of you will know again, since I mentioned many times today, is string. Okay, the string, no matter you see here. Okay. This. Okay. So for the sketching part, we have been done by using this isometric drawing. And before, we have to do one coloring. We have to use the hash. By using the hash, you have to choose, since the camera, every component have their own color, right? So the first thing, you choose the solid, and you pick the part. Like me, I always pick the body first. Oh, sorry, I have left out a part. From this way to this way, it's 30. Okay, so I type the hash again. For this one, I'm solid 2, 3. When you're done, you type the enter, and it will be one component. And you try to look for properties, and you can choose the color for it. For me, I will choose blue color. Okay, the next component, you have to type the hash again and choose the different component for this, and write enter. And you can see the color still white color, right? Maybe you can choose your own color by pressing the select color, and you can create your own pattern. Maybe you want this, you can write enter. Okay, so hash again. You can choose this part and this part, and tap enter, and you pick it. This time maybe I want yellow. Okay, so I type the hash again. Since I want different color from the component, pick this and pick this, enter. And this time maybe I want I try to look for the color that I need. Purple. Okay, purple. So hash again for the handle part. This one I can look for the green color. Okay, for the last one will be this pressing is the adjusting button, and I can choose one more color, maybe this one with light green, light blue. Okay, so for our hashing part, we have done for this. Maybe it look weird, but never mind, it's a concept. And now we want to do the dimension. Okay, so dimension as usual, but I suggest you use the align like this one. If you want to do a dimension part, you can do like this, and you can see the length of this line. And you can enter again by choosing 2 points. This. And for the radius part, you have to choose for this one here, and you can type 10 millimeter. For this one, since we know is 50, so we type 25. Maybe some of the people will ask why we don't want to use this one, the radius and diameter. Actually, this one is for the circle, but these two circle we call iso circle. So if you try to use this method, you will pick like this, and the command will show the object selector is not a circle or the arch. That's why we have to use the multi-leader and type by ourselves. Okay, and one more. Try to type this. Okay, we have to use the align for this part. If you want to make it more beautiful, maybe you can try like this. Create, and you find the oblique, and they will ask you a angle. Like I said just now, we isometric drawing will always have the 30-degree incline. If you type, since this is the left side, you type -30, it will become like this. It will make your drawing and your dimension it look more tidy and also very clear like this, right? So these are our isometric drawing for this hands-on demo. And now, is there any question? Is there any? Now it's a Q&A session. You can type the question in the Zoom group chat, and we will answer the question which relate to this drawing, the AutoCAD 2D drawing or the isometric drawing. While waiting for the question, maybe I can show about this one. How to align test. Okay. Actually, like this. If you don't choose the align, right? This is the button you can see. If you choose the normal one, it's a linear. For this case, it will be like this. It will follow by your plane, your ISO plane that you toggle the which part. And you can see it was not following the isometric part. Because isometric is 30-degree incline, right? If you don't choose the align, the linear will always be 90-degree. So you see the distance will be lesser. Actually, it's 30, but it shows 25.9. So actually, if you want to draw a line text, you just pick this align dimension, and you can pick like this, and it will show like this. This is for the align one. I hope I will answer your questions for this. Is there any more question regarding our isometric drawing using the AutoCAD? Okay, few more minutes. Okay, so maybe while waiting, okay, you can change on your modify and test it to add dimension. Yeah, thank you, Shafiq. That means if you want to have a different type of dimension, actually you can modify like this. I can show it for you. You can pick the annotate and you pick this. Now default only have 3 types, right? You can manage the dimension style like right here. And you pick the style that you want to modify like here. Even though you want to make a new one also can, but the step is the same. You can modify and you can find like text. Sometimes you want to bigger size, you can change the text height. Or maybe you want to change the areas size. Yeah. The color or the extension line. So you can customize your own dimension style by do the setting here. I repeat again, you find the annotate, find this dimension and this choosing the style and manage dimension style. And you can click the modify. Yeah, that will be the step for you. Okay, right now I need you all to help me to answer one more poll. I will launch the polling now. Everyone can answer it? There are 3 questions. It will take you less than 1 minute like that. Yeah. Yeah, I saw some of the people was answering. So while waiting, everyone was answering the poll. Maybe I can still do one more presentation. See this one. Okay. If you are free, maybe you can find your browser and you can type Acad system, and you can find the Google. You can see the Acad system example hub, and try to find one blue links is in Google review. And when you click on that, you can see the second page, and maybe you can write a review for us. As all your feedback will be the support for us to improve more from us. Okay, there's I will share the result for our poll. If there's no more question, that's all from us from this session, Isometric Drawing. Thank you.